afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Fatauda. And this is the
players are recovered from the previous game as well as the travels, and we had a good session yesterday. We're looking forward to another good one today, and then go out there for the 3 points that we want tomorrow.
And same question to Mali, if you could tell us your thoughts about the game.
The team is very happy to be here in India. We are really excited about the game, and most importantly for us to come here and get the 3 points and bounce back from what happened in Singapore. We're just raring to go, and hopefully we can put on a show.
I'll open the floor for the questions now. I request you to please announce your name and your agency before you ask the question. And you'll be given a mic. So, please.
Well, I'm Niloy Shamanta from Khelar Barta. Do you think this is a golden opportunity to become the top of the table after this match?
Thank you for the question. I think first and foremost, it also depends on how it goes in the other game, right? Whether or not we finish top or not on the table for the window, it really depends on Hong Kong and Bangladesh as well. But ultimately, we are not in control of what happens over there. We're just in control of how we play over here, and that's what we're focused on, the performance, and then hopefully the 3 points.
Hi Gavin, hi. I'm Dhiman. I work for the Hindustan Times newspaper. It's a question to both of you. How much did the conversation around this match change after a mistake that cost you 2 points? From you were pretty much in control of the game. India were hardly moving forward. Those 3 points were there for the taking, and then one mistake very late in the game changes. How much does that change the conversation around this match going into?
I get hard ones. I think our approach has always been like this: never too high, never too low. And we often try to approach it one game at a time. And so, last game is done; it's over. The equation has changed a little bit, and so now we're just focused on the next set of issues in front of us, the next set of challenges in front of us, and that's this game. And nothing has changed really. Last game we approached the game with the thinking of we won that 3 points. We go into this game, nothing has changed. We still won that 3 points. The only difference now is we're not at home, so that obviously is a slight advantage to India. But again, no problem. We go head down, do our best, and try to bring the 3 points home.
Yeah, I think for me, every international game is very important for us, especially now, given the situation. But I think the boys are ready, and for us, these 3 points will be very important for us to qualify for the Asian Cup, and also to give hope to Singaporeans back home that we can do it. And I think playing away is always difficult, but if we can do it in Bangladesh, why can't we do it here in India? So all respect to India, but we're going to go all out.
Hi Coach, Anirudh from ESPN. Coach, this is related to the question Mr. Dhiman asked. After the match last time, your players were really downcast, especially Jordan, seemed inconsolable. So as a coach, what do you tell your players at that moment to make sure that they bounce back?
I often tell the players this, in life we often go through not so nice emotions, not so nice situations, and we cannot choose not going through it. So since we've gone through it, then don't waste it. Use the experience, take the pain, remember it, don't lose it, and then use it as your fuel for the next opportunity you get, and that's the next coming game. And I think all the boys, we obviously we're not so pleased after the game naturally, and now it's our job is to channel those emotions that we've painfully gone through, use it, and make sure we don't experience it again in the next game.
Hi Coach, I'm Ashin from Sports Star. Obviously now this is going to be an away game for you. In the home game we saw you dominate the ball so much against India, and one of India's biggest threats were set pieces, and I think you didn't concede any corner kicks. I think only 2 long throw-ins were what I think you had against yourself, and you managed to defuse a threat. But coming in an away game, do you think you expect to dominate India the same way you did, so that you can subdue them, and considering you also want the 3 points, you're also chasing the game for the 3 points to be top of the table?
First and foremost, we cannot determine how India is going to play, right? If they want to defend in the same way or attack in the same way, we don't know. All we know is we need to adapt accordingly to what's in front of us. Obviously, we have some clear intentions of how we're going to play our football, regardless of the situations in front of us. But ultimately, we adapt. You know, if given the same opportunities to have as much of the ball, we'll take it. If we are forced to defend our box a little bit more, we will do so. And I think last game was a testament to our backline and the way we managed the football. We conceded very, very few set plays, which is a key threat for India, and we will try to do the same again.
Gavin, Jose from TNSG. So this question, there are 3 parts to it. So first part would be,
Okay.
now that you have time to digest and dissect the last match, what are some of the lessons you've taken on from that game? And obviously, in discussion with the players. What have you learned in terms of strategy and substitutions, and how would you actually think about it moving forward? And finally, given that this is do or die, what do you take from it?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think, thank you for always giving me 3-part, 4-part questions. And then, yeah, first and foremost, I think, coming from the last game, we experienced going through a situation where we created quite a few opportunities, and we should have killed the game off much earlier, but unfortunately we allowed the last situation to define the game, and then that's all we think about now, right? It's hindsight bias. The last thing was the most prominent, or that was the decisive thing that happened in the game. But if you look back at it, I think we have done enough to kill it off early enough, but we didn't, right? So unfortunately, we allowed the last thing to happen to determine, or to sort of determine the outcome. And that's something we take away, and I know everybody understood the message. Yeah, and second question was about subs, right? Testing my memory here. Yeah, in every game, we would reflect on our strategy, how we try to change the game, how we try to improve the game. And again, if we take away the hindsight bias, right, of that last event, then when our players came on at their specific moments, we increased our control of possession, especially when Shah moved into midfield. We had the fresh legs to push on with Raihan on the outside and Jordan on the other side, and that continued to give us the opportunities to swing in the crosses. But again, it was the same story that before the subs were made, but we didn't take it, right? So that's something we are obviously aware and we want to be better at. And then your last question.
Do or die.
You like to add dramatic effects
All the
to.
time.
Yeah. Again, every game is do or die, because every game 3 points matter. And the message that we've been trying to understand and appreciate within the team is there isn't a difference in all the games we play. Every game afford you the same 3 points, and every point in this journey is very, very important. So it is not just do or die in this game. The previous game was also do or die. The one in Bangladesh, the one in Hong Kong, or when we play Hong Kong, is do or die. Even the preparation games we played in Malaysia and Myanmar, those were do or die, because all these games are there for a specific reason. We have a purpose going to those games, and when you have purpose in going to games, it's do or die. So nothing has changed in that regard. Is there a fourth part?
Hello, coach. Hello. The game was the last game was draw in the ending time. So how is the environment in the dressing room? Like all are moving forwards, or like there are some issues, like negative motion?
About changing room?
About dressing room. Yeah.
Maybe the player can answer.
Yeah, thank you for your
So
question.
I can catch my breath.
No, I think in football, mistakes happen, and we just have to bounce back from what we think is we lost basically. drop 2 points. But I think for us now is to think about this game against India, and it's a chance for us to redeem ourselves and get back on track. And our goal is obviously to qualify for the Asian Cup for the first time. So we're gonna give our people some hope to cheer about.
Coach, you have a advantage till the half time, but you lost that in the second half. So what do you think, that what tactical mistake you have done, and what you want to improve in this fixture, in this home fixture of India?
Yeah, so if you allow that, again, we'll just go back to simple stuff. If you allow that one action to determine our tactics, then it's not a very strong case for argument, because tactics should be defined across the 90 minutes, and I think we created enough to, again, like I mentioned earlier, to kill the game off early. We didn't, and so we have to learn the lessons from there, or rather pay the consequence for that, for the fact that we allow one incident to define the game in that manner.
Yeah, we'll take 2 more questions.
Yeah. This is Sarva Silva from HiveJaw. India were a man down and they still managed to tie an away game. Do you think that they'll be much more confident at home and come out much tougher?
I cannot answer how they will feel, because I'm not in control of them, But ultimately, again, credit to them, they went 10 men down. What we saw on the pitch was they never stopped fighting. I think that's a testament of the coach and the culture is built. Something that every coach will be very proud of to see. But even when they were 10 men, I go back to the point, we created enough chances to kill it off, but we didn't, right? So unfortunately, football is like this. When you give people a little bit of hope to the end, it can come and bite you in the behind, and that was what happened. And that's something again, I've said, we've paid the consequence for that, and now it's about not allowing it to happen again.
Hi, this is a question that both of you can take, not directly related to this match, but how do you think football in Asia has changed with this whole thing about players being naturalized and countries using their diaspora talent? It used to happen a lot in Europe, but right now pretty much every team is doing that. How do you think that has changed international football in this continent?
I think that's a difficult question, because we only know how it changes when we can look back in time, and then we can really understand everything that's going on. But one thing's for sure, when you've got more players coming in with more quality, then the level of football goes up. And that was something we experienced when we play our international games. But again, we are just focused on our players and what we do in our country, and that's all we can control, largely. And yeah. We're not so concerned about the global perspective. That's not a problem.
Or the continental, you play Hong Kong, who have players from Brazil, from Canada.
Yeah, but I go back to my point. I cannot control what Hong Kong do. I can only manage the team that they put out and how we're going to play against them. And credit to the boys, I don't think they've changed one bit, regardless of who we want to play or who we're going to play against. We believe in ourselves, we believe in what we're going to do as a team, and go on and do it.
Will you add to that?
I think for me, it doesn't matter. Naturalized or naturalized, when we play for the batch, it's for one goal only, to represent the country. So for me, it doesn't matter.
Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. All the best for the game, coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, bro.
Careful.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.